everybody, and welcome back to Zone of the Enders, the second runner. We have another bonus video. Here's something kind of, what would it be, an Easter egg? Great timing, phone. Thank you. Okay. Shut up, phone. Anyway, what I'm doing back here, as you can tell, this is definitely post-commentary, because I would probably be tired by this moment, because this area always ticks me off. There's actually a secondary outfit that Kin can have in this area. An alternative outfit that if you take her down here, and basically once she starts complaining about being hot, take her back up, and now in the cutscene, she'll have a tank top on instead of her normal outfit. This video is going to be a little hectic because of all the cuts and stuff. I'm not going to make you rewatch the cutscene again. I'm just here proving. Oh, look! She's in a tank top! Amazing. And then now she's back in her normal outfit. That is a small area. How did she put that back on? And then I'm here showing you that it's actually an achievement to get that. Yeah, it's an achievement to get Kin's alternative outfit. Amazing. It's just terrible. Terrible. Oh. Anyway, let's see. How did I edit this up? Oh, yes, I'm here. Why did I leave that in? The Orbital Frame VR thing that I couldn't find. I found it. It's in the second area. Go through and fight through the first area, and then whenever you get to the second area, what I did is cleaned out all of them, and then I found this on the third one of those, and now, wow, I did not give me any time to explain there at all. Here's back in the crap. Right after you do the big army fighting ballroom thing that took me a little while, you get to here. This is the second of the sloping sections. You get that little cutscene that I showed off with the Leonardos. And then after that, you just have to fight a lot of Leonardos. I'm kind of just showing you, trying to show exactly where this is, so you know. I just don't want to, hey look, I'm fighting this version of Yehudi that's stupid strong. But this is actually Yehudi version 2, and you'll see the difference whenever we get into this fight. We're here. That is the entrance to the like the pushing. I did this just to signify, okay, this is where I wanted to cut, but I decided to cut earlier. This is the area where you go into that wall, that area that pushes you back if you don't guard. You remember that? It's right before you use the vector cannon to get in and fight Anubis. Well, here is Yehudi. What? This is naked Yehudi, the fourth version of Yehudi. As you can see, no long-range attacks really work on him. So I decided to go with zero shift and get in there and actually attack. And it looks like I do a pretty decent amount of damage to naked Yehudi here. Actually. For me being the weaker version of Yehudi, it's pretty impressive how much damage I actually do to it, because that was one combo, and I already down to red. Wow. Oh, that's why it's stronger. And that was just funny to me. I walk in there and just get spin-slashed one shot. I'm sitting there thinking, one shot, really? Okay, I know you're supposed to be strong, but one shot me? But what I figured out in this fight is, A, you can't use any long-range weapons. I tried Comet here. I didn't actually try Gauntlet, which actually works on a lot of things. But yeah, so what I figured out, a strategy here is to shoot at it with the lasers and then dash at it. Use the zero shift. because it'll start to guard with the lasers, so whenever you zero shift to it, the guard will be up and you'll be able to break its guard. Or just attack it for long enough and it'll, for some reason, would stop guarding on its own. As you can tell, I'm scared. I did not want to be close to it, but see? Shoot the lasers. Once the lasers disappear, for some reason it drops its guard so you can get in a couple of attacks. You do not want it to hit you, though. As I proved with my previous 2 deaths. And then, yeah, the fight isn't actually that hard because you do a decent amount of damage. It's just, it does a hell of a lot of damage. And now, after you pick up the VR statue here, I did a little jig there for some reason, but you pick up the VR mech statue here, and it sends you right to the hallway, right before that, like, pushing back laser. I don't know what exactly it's called off the top of my head. Next, what do I show off next? Oh, versus mode. I wanted to show off, oh, yep, the achievement for getting all the frames, and then I just decided this was probably going to be a short video if I didn't do this. Yes. All the frames, thank you. I decided to show off kind of how all the other frames, except for Yehudi, fight in this. This is Anubis. You've seen Anubis fight on the other side. Let me explain the controls real quick. It's the normal controls, but you don't have any sub-weapons. So, if I remember correctly, left bumper for me, or L1 for the PlayStation, for the original PlayStation 2 version and the PlayStation 3 remake, the HD collection like this one, would be L1 to do a special attack. I don't think I did it here. I only think I did it with the next version of Anubis. And as you can see, everything drains our sub gauge really fast, and every hit does a lot of damage to each. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how much damage you do just with those small shots. And it was just fun using that cheap attack against Yehudi there. And of course, I win. Next, I'm actually on Anubis here. A trick with an Anubis that I read is that if you're attacking normally and rotate the left analog stick clockwise, or counterclockwise, I think it was. I did it counterclockwise, if I remember correctly. You actually do... I forgot about this pause. Why did I forget about this pause? Why didn't I cut out this pause? Or maybe I should have cut out this pause. I'm leaving it in because I'm talking, and I don't want to retake this. What was previous me thinking? Seriously, why did I pause for so long? Was this a bathroom break? Because I did sit down and I recorded an hour of this, but I had to replay the whole game because froze and didn't save. No, seriously, why didn't I cut out this pause? This has been going on for like a minute. There we go, finally. That was weird. You cut out all the other pauses, but I forgot that one. But as I was saying, you can rotate the analog stick and do just multiple hits. And then we're here in inhert. It's actually inhert. It's I-N... Let me actually... So I don't sound like an idiot. It's I-N-H-E-R-T. It's not inherit, it's inhert. So its normal attack... This one was a weird one because it didn't feel like it had a constant dodge. It has mines for some strange reason. That's its dash attack, dash beam attack, and that's its normal attack. The normal attack looks a little bit more useful, and then you can run into your own mines. And luckily, Yehudi just was stupid there for a second and just like, oh, what are those? But yeah, it just felt a little weird using inhert. I think its special ability was teleporting to the opponent, kind of like a zero shift. And now I'm playing as Nifrit, Viola's Orbital Frame. I don't know why I paused there. I knew what Orbital Frame it was. I knew who originally was the runner. I just, for some reason, decided to pause. But it doesn't fight too much different. I didn't... Well, oh yeah, its special attack was the charge attack that she used against you basically every fight. And next, well, not next, but yeah, this actually, something that this reminds me of, the fighting style of this game reminds me of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, where everybody's locked on to each other. Doesn't matter who's first player, who's second player. It'll eventually, for some reason, switch. If you played those games, you know what I'm talking about, where, like, it doesn't matter if you're actually the only one playing. If you're facing a computer, for some reason, the camera will switch and be following the computer, like this. Oh, and here's something funny. All those other fights, I was facing the normal version of Yehudi. I assume that damaged Yehudi is actually a little bit stronger, but has no long-range attacks. So I just decided I got tired of facing normal Yehudi, so I was gonna fight damaged Yehudi. This was the closest fight. And I was gonna use her special attack and thought, what, am I gonna be able to use that ridiculous beam? No, it's just a coffin. It's literally just defense. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't understand it. I could have just used the shield button, used the guard button. Then her, I think this was her charge attack, her burst attack, was the missiles that really didn't do anything. And I don't think you can attack during this. Yeah, I was trying to attack there, and you just couldn't attack while the missiles were still going. It was weird. I don't understand it. But yeah, I don't even remember the name of Ken's Orbital Frame right now, but when it comes to meleeing and close quarter combat, like it says right there, close, it felt slow. I ended up beating it, but just barely. And now here's Vic Viper. And the cool thing about Vic Viper is, it has Gauntlet basically as its normal beam. It doesn't have a special, like, burst beam like that, or like Anubis's, like, weird, hard to dodge beam, but he does have this. He can transform. And you can go true, like, Vic Viper on them. It does drain all your sub gauge. It slowly drains your sub gauge while doing it, but you can go long range crazy. And it does a decent amount of damage, and if you get close enough with that ripple and it actually hits, the problem is the CPU is actually pretty smart at dodging the ripple. But if you actually hit it with him, or hit the ripple attack, it does a decent amount of damage here. And then I just got annoyed because I was getting pot-shotted. Yeah, it's just weird that his normal beam was the gauntlet attack. And next, this is what I call Naked Yehudi versus the bosses. Or, better yet, Naked Yehudi rolls through every boss. You don't believe me? Here's the first boss fight after loading screen. Kin Marinus. Okay. Sure. After, well, let's just say, yep. One shot. It wasn't even a spin slash. It was just one slice. Let's see. 6 seconds. Next. Done. I didn't even have time to talk about that. That was literally just, hey, let's start a fight. Okay, done. I think, yeah, 1 second and 80 milliseconds. And here's Leo. This is actually longer than what I can do the fastest. If you start a new game up and actually get to the Vic Viper fight in the game, and you start with all the sub-weapons, you're able to use the homing missiles. That was one shot, though, basically. I just had to do a little damage at the end. But if you have the homing missiles, you can just homing missile him with one... Kill him with one set of homing missiles. And now here's the second Nymphorit. I still don't know how to... I still don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think the lasers do damage in this, but the gauntlet is actually crazy strong. Yeah, normally in these fights you have to do something to stop her barrier. No. For some reason, you can just use gauntlet. I just cheese it, because this is literally me just trying to prove how fast I can beat these bosses. It's pretty funny, actually, to me. I know. 5 seconds. This is just one of those really, like, lethargic moments, because all these boss fights took me a little bit, and now I'm just sitting here beating them in several seconds. Not several minutes, not hours in certain cases, just seconds. Just blowing through each and every boss fight like it's nothing. There's going to be not even a handful. I think here's going to be the longest boss fight. I think this is the longest one that I show. I skipped over Ken's orbital frame the second time when Viola's controlling it, because it's just annoying. Something I learned here, if you actually have zero shift, and once you dodge all the attacks and zero shift to him, you can actually just, like, continuously, he disappears, you zero shift to him, he doesn't run away, he's not able to attack because you jump right in front of him right away. Congratulations. Let's see, 28? Yeah, 28 seconds. I think that's going to be the longest. This one could have been faster because I screwed up and actually got hit by this beam. If I don't get hit by the beam, I take it out in probably 5-6 more seconds, or actually 10 maybe. Because I didn't do any damage to start, and then I wasted a lot going back up. But it almost looks like if you do just enough damage to the shield that's guarding his face, it breaks on its own, and you're able to kill it in 23 seconds. Now, if I remember correctly, we have an Anubis fight. Is that the next one? Why did I leave this in? Oops. Oops. I was cutting those out. But, yeah, Anubis boss fight here. Mission start. You remember how long this took me? 2 hours, 1.5 hours during the playthrough. Able to dodge that with ease, zero shift in. We're already to the second half. Go back. Oh no, he's actually just gonna be stupid and stay near me. Dodge with ease, one slice, third part. This is the most amazing feeling, just because this boss fight took me forever in the playthrough, and I literally one-shotted it. I hit him 4 times and killed him. Took me 24 seconds. That's 24 seconds next to an hour and a half. But I don't show off any more EX missions, because this one's just survive without certain stipulations, like only close combat, or no, without close combat. Cannot use normal attack, no lock on. Yeah. These are just stipulations. You're fighting just everyday enemies, you just have stipulations. Now, boss fights, I accidentally clicked the wrong one. Survival. You just go in certain areas and just defeat waves of enemies. I just was seeing if there was really any difference. And then original events. No. Carry a jet to the top of the energy facility. No. Destroy all. Yeah, no. I'm not doing those again. The Battleship one was fine. Not doing any of the other ones again. And then Vic Viper, Zodius. And all the other versions of Yehudi have the same Except, I think Damaged Yehudi doesn't have the no long-ranged ones because it doesn't have long-range attacks to begin with, so... Anyway. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't cut this out. I cut out everything else. Not any of my goofing up there. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and think about subscribing. And I will see you guys next time.